Rebellion in Montreal. Des volontaires repoussent les rebelles et brûlent leurs maisons.
325 dead, 99 rebels sentenced to death.
The Legislative Assembly attempted to restore peace by offering pardons to former rebels and compensation for damage to homes and farms. Pour établir la paix, le gouverneur de son appui le principe de gouvernement responsable et à la loi indemnisant les rebelles pour les dommages. Les royalistes sont furieux et se rassemblent à la place d'armes.
Thousands of loyalists gather at Place d'Armes to protest the rebellion losses
We
bill.
must send a petition to the Queen in London. The time for petitions is over. It's time to march at the House of Assembly.
Les membres de l'Assemblée fuient le Parlement plein.
Riders claim victory.
Canada's new experiment in responsible government survived the 1849 riot. Colonies began to speak of great cooperation and confederation. Après les émeutes de 1849, les colonies s'ouvrent à une collaboration d'autant plus nécessaire devant la menace américaine.
The Americans have ambitions for our western territories. Britain may soon abandon us.
Colonial leaders gathered in Charlottetown and Quebec City in 1864 and 1865 to discuss plans for a federal union between the colonies. Les dirigeants des colonies négocient la création d'une union fédérale.
We arrived here today. Crowds of people were on board, going to the delegates' ball tonight.
Entre les festivités et les banquets, les délégués travaillent pendant 4 jours à définir ensemble les principes de la Confédération.
We are gathered here to address the agitations in our country and the fierce contests, the strife and the discord and the abuse of many years.
Plus tard à Québec, les délégués poursuivent les négociations. Leaders continued their negotiations when they agreed upon the 72 resolutions that formed the basis of the new Dominion of Canada. When the Quebec City Conference concluded, George Brown excitedly wrote to his wife Anne.
All right. At 6 o'clock this evening, the Constitution was adopted. It is a most creditable document, a complete reform of all the abuses and injustices we have complained of. Hurrah!
Quelques-uns ont prétendu qu'il était impossible de faire fonctionner la Confédération par suite des différences de race et de religion. C'est précisément en conséquence de cette variété de races, d'intérêts locaux, que le système fédéral doit être établi et qu'il fonctionnera bien.
The new nation of Canada had a representational government elected by Canadians, but not all peoples in Canada had the right to vote, and not everyone had equal rights under the law. Bien que le pays soit gouverné par une assemblée élue, tous ne sont pas égaux devant la loi. In 1869, Canada purchased Rupert's Land from the Hudson's Bay Company without consulting the people of the Red River. The Métis resisted by seizing Upper Fort Garry. Pour protéger leur territoire, les représentants de la Rivière Rouge négocient les conditions qui mèneront à la création de la province du Manitoba. The Métis formed a provisional government to defend their territories, assert their rights, and negotiate the terms of Manitoba's entry into Confederation. Some of the promises were never fulfilled. Building the railway across sinking swamps and through soaring Rocky Mountain peaks was an extraordinary engineering feat. The railway was part of a plan to invite millions of new settlers from around the world to occupy the prairies. La politique nationale menant à la création du chemin de fer repousse les autochtones de leur territoire millénaire au profit d'immigrants venus du monde entier. The national policy expelled indigenous peoples who had inhabited the lands for millennia. Economic development spread across the country, bringing with it many benefits to Canadians. Pays d'accueil prospère, le Canada acquiert une réputation enviable en matière de multiculturalisme. Canada is respected worldwide as a land of inclusive multiculturalism that has accepted many people. But the benefits of economic prosperity have not been shared equally. Canada has discriminated against the indigenous peoples who inhabited this land and others who arrived later. Ce pays s'est bâti au détriment des peuples autochtones et de certains groupes d'immigrants. The sustained attempt to assimilate indigenous peoples was a shameful example of racism and of Canada's colonial policies. La reconnaissance de l'histoire tragique et douloureuse des pensionnats et de leurs séquelles durables est essentielle à la réconciliation avec les peuples autochtones. We are finally recognizing the hard truth of the trauma it caused and are seeking reconciliation with survivors and all Indigenous peoples. There is something in the Canadian spirit which craves quest. Le désir de se dépasser nous pousse toujours plus loin.